We're going to start by taking a poll from what you read last night in episode or Act 3, Scene 1 and 2. Jamie, before I start, sit up, stop laying down. This is not nap time. Do it now. Thank you so much. Pyres, can you stop sharing the screen so I can see everyone? Excellent. Okay. So, sorry, I need to see your face. And great. Everyone else looks good. Jason, I need to see your face. Amira, I need to see your face. Binta, I need to see your face. Hello, Brian. Great. Okay. So, I'm sending a poll now. You are going to take this and we will go from there. It shouldn't take you very long. There's really only one question. It's not a quiz, it's a poll. And if you need a code, here is the code. I will also send out everyone's homework that I do have for reading. Everyone else's homework that I do not have for reading. It's too late because that should have been addressed long before reading class started. So for the rest of you who are not on the list that I will be sharing out, you will be marked incomplete. I'm just gonna give you about 30 more seconds to complete the poll. Wow, a lot of you are blaming Tybalt for Tybalt's death. That is very interesting. Some are blaming Romeo. Most of you are blaming Tybalt. That's crazy. All right. And just take another 30 seconds. I'm trying to get 100%. We're currently at 40%. Oh, there we go. All right. So, someone, let's bring it back. I should see everyone's face back on Zoom. Okay. Great. So someone who chose Tybalt to blame for Tybalt and Mercutio's death. Can I have a volunteer tell me why? Why is Tybalt to blame? Great. Amari, why did you blame Tybalt?
Okay, do not speak. Do not speak. All right. Tybalt, he stabbed Mercutio, or however you say his name, in his arm. And yeah.
So tell me why you're blaming Tybalt for his own death.
Oh, see, I wasn't really sure, but I knew he was to blame for Mercutio's death.
Yeah, he is to blame for Mercutio's death because he stabbed him, right?
Yeah.
Why did people blame Tybalt for Tybalt's death? Great, Hassan. Why did you blame Tybalt for his own death?
I blame Tybalt for his own death because the whole reason why Romeo attacked him in the first place was because he attacked Mercutio, and so he knew that Romeo was good friends with him, so Romeo just wanted his revenge, so it was his fault for his own death.
Okay. Show me with the silent hand if you agree or disagree with what Hassan said. Everyone show. Tierna, I don't see anything coming from your screen. That needs to change now. Agreement or disagreement? Great. Okay. So let's start with just what happened in the text so that we have a complete idea of what happened. Remember, I'm not looking for opinion. I'm looking for just facts. What is it that happened in last night's reading? What is it that happened in last night's reading? Amira, go ahead.
So last night we learned that Benvolio and Mercutio were walking home, and Tybalt came, and he just wanted to ask them a question, but Mercutio wanted to fight, like, because it says in the text, it says just a word. How about a word in a fight? And Tybalt's trying to like bring that anger down because he really doesn't want to fight, but Mercutio keeps pursuing him, with that idea, and then soon, um, Tybalt Tybalt was about to leave, and then Romeo comes in, and Tybalt calls Romeo a villain, because like last time you said that he wanted to fight Romeo at the party, but Capulet said to, not to hurt him, and then
Okay.
um Mercutio draws his sword and he starts insulting Tybalt. Tybalt also draws his sword. They start fighting, and Romeo tries to block them, but Tybalt is able to strike Mercutio, and Mercutio starts dying.
Okay, stop right there. So we see that they get into a fight, and Mercutio starts dying, and then what happens after that? I want to hear a couple more voices. What happens right after that? Elijah, go ahead.
You said right after what? Sorry.
Right after Mercutio starts dying, what happens?
Oh, then Romeo, like, he wants to get revenge, so then he goes to Tybalt and challenges him to a duel, and then he kills him.
Okay, so what motivated Romeo to kill Tybalt? What motivated him to kill Tybalt? Sinai, what motivated Romeo to kill Tybalt? Hold on, you're still muted. I can't. Can you unmute yourself? Okay. While you're figuring that out, Brian, what motivated Romeo to, I don't know why this is not working. I can't, oh, there we go. Okay, Brian, why did Romeo kill Tybalt?
The reason why he killed Tybalt was because Tybalt killed his friend, and yeah.
Okay.
How do you say it again? Mercutio.
Mercutio.
Yeah. So yeah, Mercutio was very close to Romeo. Like they were good old pals. And then yeah, Tybalt killed him, and then Romeo got really mad.
Why was Romeo trying to stop the fight? Why didn't he want the fight to happen? What made Romeo decide, I don't want to fight this guy? He wanted to initially, right? And then what happened? What happened? Let's see. I'm seeing the same hand. Vincent, what happened?
I think that because like Romeo married Juliet, and like so he's related kind of now, because like he should. I'm pretty sure he thinks that he should be on better terms with Tybalt, because like because like now he's married to someone Tybalt is related to.
Okay. Josh, agreeing, disagreeing, or building?
I agree with Vincent, because Juliet and Tybalt are cousins, so like he decides that he shouldn't be fighting with Tybalt. So yeah, he does it out of respect for Juliet.
Out of respect for Juliet, and then he's so enraged by Mercutio's death that he decides, I'm going to kill him. We have a really good idea of what happened literally in the text. Now let's analyze how this piece that we read, the small piece of the text, connects to the bigger idea of the text. So how does Act 3, Scene 1 and 2 sort of set the stage for the rest of what we're reading? How does it set that stage? What do I mean by this question? Who can rephrase my question in their own words? Racine, go ahead.
Yeah. I think this is gonna affect the text, because
first, what I want you to do before you answer the question is rephrase my question.
How does this scene or act impact what's going to happen in the future? And
Great.
I have a very good piece of text evidence to support what I'm gonna say. It says it was in Act 1, Scene 1, and it was the prince's phrase, throw down your weapon, hear the sentence of your angry prince. 3 fights between your 2 families have disturbed
disturb the quiet of our streets. If you ever disturb our streets again, you will pay with your lives. This is important because now that they have caused havoc in the streets, Romeo or Tybalt, there's somebody's gonna get sentenced with something, and that's gonna further impact what happens to each other and how people react to it. Yeah.
Okay. Who can build off what Rasim said? One more time, I need to see everyone's face in this screen. So, sir, I know that you're paused. You need to unpause yourself. And Tierno, thank you so much. Binta, thank you. Who can build off what Rasim said? Carlos, go ahead.
Okay, so I agree with Rasim, and without Tybalt's death and Mercurio's death, right, the plot would not have developed at all because if they didn't have their death, right, then most likely the family would not have more conflict, I would say, because after, let's say, their family member died, they're obviously going to have that same conflict again. So that same conflict is going to be, there. But if they didn't have, let's say, that conflict, right, then the story will be done so fast and wouldn't be interesting at all.
Okay. And Hassan. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Also, we learned that I'm pretty sure Benvolio, he was agreeing with Romeo and saying that, the citizens of the town, were gonna see them, and it's adding on to Rasim's text evidence, that he also didn't want to get in trouble by the prince.
Okay. I'm thinking a little bit bigger picture, but that's correct for the immediate scene. Think about what we don't know. In scene 1, do we know how Juliet reacts or feels about all these deaths? Yes or no? No, we don't. So based on what we know about Juliet, Romeo, Tybalt, and the family dynamics, how can we predict Juliet is going to react to this? What can we predict about her reaction? Sir. Sir.
All right. So I think that we can predict about her reaction is like she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're crazy," but then Romeo's gonna be like, "Oh, I only did this because I love you."
But did Romeo kill Tybalt because he loves Juliet? Brian was telling us it's not true. Brian was telling us that he was mad about his friend. So did he do it because he loved her? What do we think, Jamie?
I think no, because it wasn't. I think the only thing that Juliet has to do with this was his decision on trying to hold back on killing Tybalt at first, but then he actually killed him because of he killed his friend, so it doesn't really have to do with Juliet.
Okay. We're gonna get into a very, very short and quick debate. I want us to have time to do it. During this debate that we're gonna get into, you will be responding to what your classmates are saying and not responding to me. So it should look something like, Josh, I disagree with your statement of Blake, this is why, okay? That's what I should be hearing. You're going to tell me who is more to blame, the Capulets or the Montagues? Who is more to blame? You're also going to tell me who has more reasonableness in their reactions. Are the Capulets more reasonable or are the Montagues more reasonable? Who is more reasonable? Who is more to blame? So I need a volunteer to start off our debate by sharing their side with evidence. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to gather your thoughts, and then I will take volunteers. I love that Josh took out his book. He's looking for that evidence. So is Sinai. You're certainly going to need that if you're going to win this debate. So is Michelle. Amari looks pensive. All right. So volunteers, who would like to start? Who would like to start? Marcus, thank you so much for volunteering. I can't unmute you. Can you unmute yourself? There.
Yeah.
Who is more to blame? Go ahead, Marcus.
I get. I don't really know who's more to blame in this situation.
What do you mean?
Well, it could be either one of them to blame.
But if you had to pick one, what do you think?
I don't know who I would pick.
Jamie, who's more to blame?
I think the Capulets are more to blame because.
Why?
Because when they had done this, when Tabal had done this, it was out of revenge, and this started kind of like a chain reaction, and yeah. Well, it could be that they're both to blame because the only reason why they had done that was because of the fight at the beginning, so they're both responsible.
Well, who initiated that fight at the beginning? Let's hear from Joelise. What do you think about what Jamie said?
I agree that that the Capulets are more to blame because can't find the evidence right now, but I remember that Tybalt wanted to do it with Romeo because he was a Montague, and that didn't really make any sense to me because he doesn't actually have a reason for wanting to duel other than he's a Montague.
Okay. Michelle.
I think that it is the Capulets' fault because if Tybalt did not kill Mertusio, then Romeo would not have killed him, and it wouldn't have nobody would have gotten killed. So I think it's the Capulets' fault in the beginning, first of all.
Okay, and let's hear from Lawrence. Go ahead, Lawrence.
Which side is the cap? Wait, Romeo is on Montague, right? He's on Montague, right?
Who can answer this question? Is Romeo a Montague or a Capulet? Elijah.
After him, can I respond?
Yes.
All right. Romeo is a Montague.
Romeo is a Montague, which means who is a Capulet?
Juliet.
Juliet. All right, Lawrence. So.
Yeah. So I think that the Romeo, I think that the Montagues are their actions are more justified because you know that Romeo, he wasn't at the beginning, he wasn't worrying about starting problems. He was just worrying about loving Julia and finding love. But the Capulets, they were especially Tybalt, they're he's the one that started to do with Romeo, and also that he's the one that started issues and stuff.
Okay, and Elijah.
I actually think that the Montagues were in the wrong because Tybalt challenged Mercutio to a duel, and I think Romeo took it way too far to duel him and actually kill him. So if Tybalt just killed Mercutio, then it would have been a smaller deal than Romeo killing Tybalt as well.
Okay, and let's hear from Binta. Go ahead, Binta. I think. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with Elijah. I actually believe that it's the Montagues because it first started off with the ball. It all started off with taking place in a ball. Because Lord Capulet, he didn't want to start any problems, so he let Romeo and his friend stay there. But then it's almost as if Romeo and his friend were trying to look for a problem because that's how a fight happens. So that's why I believe it's mostly the Montague.
Why did Romeo go to the ball? Did he go to look for a problem?
No, but he ended up with a problem.
Okay. He did end up with a problem.
So, I mean, it's his fault.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's his fault. So that's how I believe it's the Montague's fault.
Okay. And let's hear from Shakaya. Respond to what Binta said. I'm trying to mute you, but I can't.
Okay. So I agree with what Binta has said because it did start off with the ball because if he never would have like went to the ball in the first place, then he would have never found Juliet and got himself into the problem, which also leads to them getting married because now that Romeo cannot fight Tybalt because now like they're kind of related, that also affects him from fighting Tybalt, which is what he wanted to do in the first place. So it was like that's where the problem had all started with the ball and things like that, which that couldn't happen. It couldn't happen at the ball, and it can't really happen now because Romeo and Juliet are married, so that actually stops the problem.
Okay. And Josh? Go ahead.
I said, well, although it might have been the Montagues that started this argument, like in this act, if we go to the very beginning, the Capulets are the ones who started problems because, like, you have the two servants, Samson and Gregory, they're there, and then they're talking about how much they hate the Montagues, and then they see Montagues coming over, and then they try to pick a fight. So from the very beginning, it's been the Capulets.
Okay, I see a lot of agreement. Amari, what do you think? Yeah, there you go. What do you think?
Repeat the question. You were kind of laggy.
So who is to blame?
Oh yes, I have strong opinions about this. All right. So I think Tybalt was his own fault to blame. Well, it was his fault. Yeah, it was his fault because he shouldn't have he should just mind his own business, and he shouldn't have messed with Mercutio so that Romeo wouldn't have to come and beat him up.
But he was upset that Romeo was at the ball.
Well, that's his fault. He should have minded his own business and let Romeo be.
Okay. But his initial fighting was with Mercutio, which is why he stabbed him.
Oh.
What do we think?
I'm still kind of mixed.
What do we think? Let's see. Tierno, what do you think?
Me?
What do you think? Whose fault is it? Tierno, can you hear me? Okay, I will come back to you. Emma, thoughts? Whose fault is it?
Well, I think it's kind of like more of the Capulets' fault because it started with like Tybalt first like picking a fight at the party, and like with Romeo saying like, oh, why is he here? Like, why is he at like this party? And then like the Capulet side kept on like kind of like judging, being more.
Gotcha. The last thing I want to talk about is the differing point of views. Who are the main point of views that are in this text? What are the two main points of views in this text? I'll give you a hint. We were just talking about it. Omar.
The Montagues and Capulets.
And what is it that they see differently? What are their differing point of views?
They both see each other as enemies.
What else? What else do they have differing points of views on? Elijah.
They both think that they're higher than the other.
Okay. And what else? Binta.
I think they both think that they're Yeah, almost like what I just said. I think that they're more superior than others, leading to them to, hate each other.
Okay. So given what we know about both families, how do we think they're going to react to Romeo's exile? How are people going to react to Romeo's exile? How is Juliet going to respond to Romeo's exile based on what you know is going to happen in the text? How is Juliet going to respond? Brian.
So I feel like it's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's obvious, but I feel like with the information that we have now, I think we can have a pretty nice prediction that she's gonna be upset that her lover is gonna be exiled, and then I feel like Romeo's gonna come back and, oh Romeo, they're out my Romeo. And like, yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brian. Who else? Who else has a thought? Go ahead, Rasim.
Okay. So I think what's gonna happen is Juliet is gonna she's probably gonna overreact in some way, or I wanna say this connects to what Fire Lawrence had said. I don't remember what he had said, but he said too much is it could lead to violent ends, and since Juliet had too much of Romeo's love, she's probably gonna do something insane, and that's probably gonna result in something worse. Yeah.
What do you think she's going to feel about Romeo killing Tybalt? How is she going to feel about Romeo killing Tybalt? How is she going to feel? Lawrence? I can't. Yeah,
So I think that what was gonna what Juliet might feel about Romeo killing Tybalt is that I think that that Juliet I don't think that she probably not gonna feel that bad for Tybalt because although they're in the same families, I don't think she's really gonna feel that bad for him because she might have mixed feelings because
Still have mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Carlos.
Okay. Yeah, just like how Lauren said, mixed feelings. But I think she may because we do know the nurse brings up a lot of factors that he's a Montague. Your family should not like these people. These people are bad. And then if she sees that, oh snap, Romeo just killed my family member. Oh man, the nurse was right. She's probably gonna take a different point of view and say, yeah, you should deserve that. Why you did that to me? You did that to me. And yeah.
Thank you, Carlos. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to send you what your homework is. I want to make sure the link works. And then I also want to go over who is incomplete and who is not. So here is the homework question, the link, and the code. I'm sending it to everyone now. I'm also going to read off names of people who are complete. If your name is not called, that means that I did not receive anything from you. So, Ariani, Carlito, Alexis, Vincent, Sienna, Omar, Shakaya, Jamie, Darlise, Rasim, Josh, Marcus, Jalen, Tierno, Michelle, Jalise, Rachel, Hassan, Emma, Peace, Elijah, Tempa, and Sienna. Those are the only people that I received reading homework from. Everyone else is marked incomplete. Please message me if you think that your name was not called in error, and we can talk about it. Otherwise, the rest of you can go ahead and get started on your homework early. You will also be reading scenes 3 through 5 for homework. Okay, questions. Yes. Sanaya, I don't know why I can't unmute you. There you go. No. Yeah.
Oh, I did my reading homework, but it was on the docs, on your account.
Okay, so let me make a note of that, and I'll look there right after class.
Okay.
Amari, what's up?
I submitted it on Nearpod. There's no way you couldn't have got it.
I did not. Next to your name, it said no answer.
That's real funny. That's real funny. There's no way. It said Cardiac has been submitted, and then it said this session.
Amari, moving forward, you have access to Google Docs, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so just write it on that because I don't know why your stuff is not saving on Nearpod.
Okay.
Thank you. And Binta.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's all right.
And Hassan.
Oh no, never mind.
And Sinai again. Sinai can't unmute you. I don't know why. There you go. What's up? Sinai, question? I can't hear you. Yeah, there you go. Do you have a question?
Oh, never mind. I was trying to put my hand down.
Oh, okay. Okay. And Binta?
Sorry. Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Anyway, I don't have my book. You know, I don't have it right now. So where am I able to read it?
So I sent a link on Jupiter of where you can read the book. There's a website called No Fear Shakespeare, and you can read all of Shakespeare on that link.
Are you able to send it to Miss Egypt so she could send it to me, or I'm able to ask her for the number because you know.
Yeah, you can ask her for the link. I can send that to her.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Carlos, what's up?
Okay, so remember writing. Okay, so I did my Act 3 right last night, and then just to make sure I actually like just sent it to you, even though it should edit it to your doc. I did resend it again and 2 times. You received it?
Yeah.
Scene 2 and scene 3, right?
Yep.
I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I did complete.
Okay. You should be able to finish this question in this time that I'm giving you in class because it's pretty quick. You do have to go back into the text to find evidence. I also have a homework shout out from Daralise because her answer on Nearpod was so great. She expanded on every single detail. There was at least 6 sentences for each answer, which is exactly what I'm looking for 7th grade. So that was really great work, Daralise. And tomorrow for the entire class, you can choose whatever background you would like. Someone posted on Nearpod, but their name is the code. I don't know who that is. If you just submitted an answer, can you just message me so that I know it was you? Okay. Thank you, Hassan. Vincent, I got yours. Vincent, you can get started on reading scene 3 to 5. Sinai, I'm gonna look right now. Yes, Sinai, I got it. Omar, I got your writing. I didn't get your reading. Omar, I got your reading right now. You can also go ahead and get started. Tierna, I got yours, and Sienna, I got yours as well. Marcus, I got yours. Hey guys. Michelle, I got yours as well. Oh, sorry. Omar, we'll talk about your writing during writing. If it was sent as one, then I have it. And if I called your name already, that means I got it. Which I did. So you don't have to worry about yesterday's reading. I received that already. And then I got yours today as well. Okay, so you have your homework. If there's any issues, just post it in the Google Doc and I can look at the answer from there. If your pod is not working, make sure you read scenes 3 to 5. I'm now going to transfer you over to history. Put away all your writing materials. EJ, your host now.
Thank you. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to have out your history materials. Make sure you have your packet out. You're going to need a separate sheet of paper and something to write with. That's it.